Happy Labor Day weekend. Hope you guys are having a good one. And Insta360 just did an update for this Go Ultra. I find that interesting because it was the result of several conversations that I had in the comments and people reaching out to Insta360 about the stereo mode of this little guy. It's not stereo, so they changed it. Now it's called original audio, which I think is good. As a side note, I put this thing on a little bench and hit and set the thing to initiate the filming process. Can't use those words. And the thing vibrated and fell over. So just think about that. If you have the vibration setting turned on and you hit the button to start filming, then it might shake the camera. I'm currently using voice enhancement for the audio. I found that I just like it better than strong wind noise reduction, but it is super windy out here, so I'll be curious. I am also guarding the mic pretty heavily with my fingers around like that edge of the camera, so we should be getting pretty clean audio anyway, but just figured I'd share that in case you were wondering. So in their most recent update, Insta360 made it a setting where you can have it automatically switch over to pure video mode if the ambient light sensor recognizes that you're working with low light. So I already have it in pure video mode for 4K 30 just for this run because I knew, once again, we're doing a rain run, which is not ideal. Like, it's not what I wanted. I was really hoping for a nice clean day to go out and film some stuff and have some fun, and instead it's kind of like a wash, but I didn't want to waste it, which is also something that I really love about this camera is I could just take it with me. Even if I, at some point, was like, yeah, you know what, I'm just not gonna film. It's just sitting on my hip. Super easy, tucked in right there. You can see, I can just drop the camera there and go. So I don't have to think about it. Or if I want to, I can keep filming. And because I'm able to just kind of like casually hold this in my hand, I can keep the rain off the lens. Even when it was raining a bunch, the lens is basically clean. So that's pretty sick. So I ran 155 miles in August, 5 miles every day, and I averaged a 7-minute mile across all those 155. And one of the reasons that I did that is because 5 miles is equal to about 10,000 steps on average. And they say 5,000 steps is a great baseline for anyone that wants to live a healthy, energetic life, especially as you age. 10,000 steps is like optimal. If you can get in at least 10,000 steps a day, then your body should be at whatever peak performance it can be reasonably without like overexertion or trying to be some incredible athlete. And so 5 miles every day puts me at 10,000 steps a day as a bare minimum. And I made that commitment starting April 1st. So the goal is to continue this through September, which means at the end of September, I will have done 6 months of 5 miles every day. And that's pretty cool. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get there. I don't know if I'm gonna keep going or whatever, but so far we're on September 1st and we're running 5 miles. I honestly think that the Go Ultra is a perfect runner vlogging camera. But there is two accessories that we really need. All right, actually I would say 3, but we'll leave the third one alone for a second. And I made a whole video about these separately, but I want to talk about them in here because the first accessory that would be great for runners outside of the headband would be a chest strap. They use these for heart rate monitors. It's a very common strap to have on athletes. But if you just had a chest strap that we could clip the little thing into, that would be absolutely amazing. Just think of, like, this is the way that I see it. The Go 3 has this, or the Go Ultra, sorry. Man, I gotta get my names right. But the Go Ultra has a feature that lets you do interval recording. So you can set it to take little clips every 5 to 10 minutes for like 1 minute and just like capture stuff. So imagine you go off your half marathon run, your marathon race, whatever. You just clip this guy right here on your chest, and every 5 minutes it's gonna capture 1 minute of whatever's going on. And if it was me, I would set it so that it's basically hitting the intervals of your mile splits. So like if I know that I'm gonna run a 7-minute mile for a half marathon or whatever, then I would tell this thing to, film every 6.5 minutes or every 7 minutes for 1 minute. Here comes the rain, good stuff. And then you're just gonna capture your race and the fun things that go on around that, okay? Now for me personally, I really prefer to use the Insta360 X5. That's just like, I just love that camera. But on a day like this when it's raining, that 360 gets messed up pretty quickly. You get a little bit of water on either one of the lenses and suddenly stuff just stops working out. Whereas this one, I knew I could protect the lens pretty easily just by tilting it down, and basically no rain gets on it. So for me, I would almost always pick the X5. I just absolutely love it. But this little guy has some things that I really enjoy, and once they actually get us a mic, like that's another thing. I really need that mic Air. I need it like ASAP. But I guess once they do that, then my second issue is solved, because the next accessory is just a little dead cat that like slides around the lens and then rotates over to cover the mic. If we had that, then like you wouldn't even need the mic. You could just pop off with that, and I think that's an easy thing to do. So I hope that's something that some company does soon. Oh man, love these rain runs. And the last accessory, which is not like a total necessity, is a little lens cap that would be attached by they have a little hook right here that you can put the little strap in, and like that would be great. Just be able to throw a little cap on there, make sure the lens is protected when you're not needing it. You could have it clipped to your side with a little lens on it. You don't have to worry about bumping it or it dropping or anything. And then when you want to film with it, you just pop the lens cap off and you film. It would drop right out of frame and it'd be perfect. So if you're a company that's trying to figure out what you could do for these little cameras for accessories, I would say those three, guaranteed. Like, as someone who does this all the time, that's what I would love. So if you're looking for information on products to develop, maybe hit me up for a collaboration. All right. Oh man, good stuff. Hope you had a great day. Just wanted to test out some of these things and share some of the firmware updates as well as some of my thoughts on the accessories. And I was really hoping for a nicer time, but it is what it is. Let's rise with the tide, and I'll see you on the flip side.